JD Vance has decided to spread pretty malicious lies about Ilhan Omar in a very insidious way. It starts with him responding to a video posted by Libs of TikTok, so already off to a bad start. But if you actually watch the video, which we're about to, you'll see that part of the clip has actually been edited out.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization.
Now, JD Vance responded to this by saying this isn't just sick, it's actually genocidal language. What a disgrace this person is. Now, frankly, even in the worst interpretation of what Ilhan Omar is saying, I'm not really sure how you get to genocidal. But as I previously mentioned, I'm sure you guys saw the jump in the video. Now, I'm sure some of you are thinking there's nothing necessarily malicious about that. Maybe they just took two parts of the interview and spliced them together. But when you go and actually try to find the full video, you'll see one, it's about 8 years old, and two, she is not saying this is what she wants to do. But second, and more importantly, she is responding to a question about Muslims being profiled in the United States. And Mehdi Hassan, the interviewer, is playing devil's advocate and says, well, a lot of this profiling happens because Americans are afraid. And her response is, if fear is how we want to construct our policies, then technically speaking, deaths as a result of extremist action from white Americans are statistically more common than deaths as a result of extremist action from Muslim Americans. Don't believe me? Here's the clip in its full context, and I've sped it up so we can fit it all in here.
A lot of conservatives in particular would say that the rise in Islamophobia is a result not of hate, but of fear, a legitimate fear, they say, of quote-unquote jihadist terrorism, whether it's Fort Hood or San Bernardino or the recent truck attack in New York. What do you say to them?
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. And so if fear was the driving force of policies to keep Americans safe inside of this country, we should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
Notice how Libs of TikTok conveniently cut out Ilhan Omar saying, if fear is the driving force of our policy, which she is implying it shouldn't be. But not only do we have JD Vance promoting these out-of-context statements, Ilhan Omar actually responded. She writes, in this nearly 8-year-old clip, I am referring to the rise of white nationalism in an annual report issued by the Anti-Defamation League that said white supremacists were responsible for 78% of extremist-related murders. She continues, P.S. You should look up what genocidal actually means when you're actively supporting a genocide taking place in Gaza.